Welcome to the Grand Design Series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 13th of October 1971, which is about 4 months on from the end of the last part for a reason which I'll explain in a little while. But first I want to talk about a bit of a problem I've got here. In fact, it's a bit of an ongoing goal, because if I show you this helicopter here, you can see it's actually got 100% wear and tear, while the one next to it has got 57%. Now, in fact, it did have 73%. The reason is that this one, you can see if I put it over here, I'm aware you can't probably read the print. It says this vehicle is being repaired. The repair station that should have been repairing this is this one. But this one has a bit of a problem in the sense that it doesn't really have the capacity to actually repair the station because it's a small one. So the one that's actually doing the repair is over here, which is a medium one. It's important to understand that this doesn't just have the capacity to repair it in the sense of workforce, although it's only got 25, but more importantly, it's got the capacity to have the components. So if we kind of come in here, if I click on this, no, it won't tell us what. Open window repair station. Yeah, it won't actually show us now what is needed to actually repair this repair here. Now it's also picked up this helicopter here, but this helicopter's slowly returning back to here. So what will happen is when this helicopter lands, or it should land, where is it going? Yeah, it's going to land here. It will then start a repair. And this is one of the problems that you can have with helicopters. If you don't repair them, you end up with this one. Now, if I show you this one, this has got 15 days. So what we're going to do is leave this one and see if it will actually be repaired. But I'm pretty sure that once a vehicle gets to 100%, then it's effectively broken and it can't be repaired. But what you also see here is the fact that there are no covered holes here at the moment to push this repair forward. So at the moment we're waiting for another covered hole delivery, and that's where part of the things can get a bit complicated. See, this one's only got one helicopter being repaired now. Anyway, we're just going to let that go and just see whether we get the successful repairs for this, because it is going to be quite important to be able to get these done. So that is the first problem we've got. Now the second problem is going to be the reason behind the driving force of this part, because if I show you, switch the power on, if we come to overlays and I switched here, just put this on, what you see at the moment is that this area is green, but what you will see also is that we are now starting to get an overload coming into Steelton. Now it's only yellow, it hasn't gone red yet, but bearing in mind that we are in the daylight. And if I show you this terminal here, you can see we're running at 9.4 megawatts, but of course you've got to remember that this isn't an 18 megawatt power cable. And you can also see that this line is now starting to run yellow. If I come to here, you will see that this power station is running at 14.9 megawatts, which that's pushing up to 18, 19. Now, bearing in mind that we are in daylight, you can see it's now starting to go red, and so it's topping off at the top there, because this is what's happening, is that this is starting to draw. And the reason I'm talking about this is that we are going to be working on a power station, because effectively what is happening at the moment is that it's just starting to flip red here, this line here, and you can see that this is now pushing up into the red. Now the important thing is that when you see red, don't panic, but it is a very clear warning sign that we've got a bit of a problem here, because you can see we are pushing up to 18, 19, and of course this number here is actually the circuit breaker. And this is something that you do need to be very much aware of. And if I come down and show you here, we go to a coal-fired power plant. Now the circuit breaker is the maximum amount of drain. So there's a difference between the max power consumption per day and the circuit breaker when the power station ceases to supply its actual power down the cables. And for a coal-fired power station, that is 23 megawatts. And that's the reason why if you look in here, you'll see 23.34 megawatts there. That is the circuit breaker. And what that means is that a power station can't provide more than 23.34 megawatts of power. And what's probably happening is that when the steel mill here hits maximum capacity or maximum output, that actually causes a drain on this area here. But of course the problem is we've got a very big city here, and you can actually see the power fluctuations starting to come in like that, and that's the reason for that is there. So if we probably pick on some of these buildings here, what you will see is some of them will start to fluctuate and say that there's no power. We've also got an overload here on this one here, because you can see it's got 201% on there. So we got a bit of a problem in this area. But of course the problem also stems to the fact that this, if we put another substation in here, we might solve the problem, but we won't solve it completely. Now, if we come down this line, you can see this line is also getting overloaded because this is also drawing power in, but from this area. If I come down to here, you will see that this coal-fired power station, this is our second coal-fired power station, this is also going into the yellow. That means that my very ambitious expansion plans up here have a very serious problem in the sense that we can't, if I start to bring this area online, what will happen is we'll just blow all the main circuits. And that's the reason why in this part we are going to be putting a lot more emphasis on preparing our nuclear power station. And just to give you an idea of what the difference is, now as I said, the circuit breaker for a coal-fired power station is 23 megawatts. Now if I come down to here, the twin nuclear power station that we are going to be putting in here, the circuit breaker for this is 156 megawatts, and that is reflected by, if we come in here, actually it's going dark now, you can see all those connections along that area there. Anyway, that's it. Now things are going dark, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to come in here very, very quickly. And one of the kind of key giveaways, if I switch off this, what you will see, and you can see this is the problem, you can see that these buildings are flashing on and off, and the reason for that is that if I put the power supply back on again, you will see that the power cable coming in here is starting to overload. But you can see now the sun's come back, and that is a surefire sign that your grid is overloaded once the lights start flashing in the night. I could possibly put in another, because this isn't drawing power there, we could put in a duplication. How are we doing here for the repairs as well? Apologies for this. You picked up both. Let me just see. Yeah. These guys are working hard on repairing those two helicopters. Your train waiting too long. So now a short-term fix for our substation over here is to put another substation in. Another option would be to put a windmill in, which I could probably do. In fact, I'm very tempted. I mean, what other power options have we got? We've got wind turbines. We've got, I mean, I could put in a hydroelectric power supply in over here and then feed it into this area here. So say, for example, for a short-term solution, you could put this in. I don't know how much unemployment we've got. We don't really have. Unable to get meat. Now, some of this fluctuation is the result of the power fluctuations. We've got a courthouse here. Of course, I think what might have tipped things over a little bit is actually garbage overflow field here. Okay, we've got a problem here with a health risk, which I wasn't aware of, which I've just discovered. I think what we will do is just tuck you in there. Put you on high priority and just pick up the local builders. There's always something to do in this game, especially once your economy gets more than a certain size. You probably don't have much to do either. No, I think I will put power substation in, because we will need to supply the power into a switch. Let's have a look at where the switches are. We've got the power input switch there. Although, to be honest, we put in a power substation there. This is very much a quick fix. So if I put you there, so we'll put you there, get the road crew on that. Road crew's not doing very much anyway, so, and more importantly, we will get the Stilton crew on building that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad because it looks like it is crossing the river there. Now, again, just to show you, now the circuit breaker on this one is 8.5 megawatts. So what we could do is, if we go underground, I think if we run 7 megawatts under the, we'll run run 7 megawatts over to there. As I say, this is very much a stopgap to make you high priority. Let's make sure that's highlighted. Get that built, and of course we're going to need a workforce in here as well. That's high priority as well. So by putting this in, that will offset some of the nighttime power. Also, what it will do is reduce the demand on this grid and on this coal-fired power station over here, which will, because it's possible that because we weren't looking, that these were also flashing. Anyway, now now before we go up to here, I just want to check the rail construction offices. We come here. I just want to. Train waiting too long yet. This is right. Let's just check train waiting too long. Yeah. This seems to be a little bit of a problem here. Okay, let me just. You're waiting to come out there. You're waiting to go in there. You're the one that's probably blocking the tracks. Now, what I really want to do is get these all built in. Why do you... Okay. Okay, he's gone through there. I think we might have a power problem here, a connection problem here. Just press the shift key. Yeah, we got something that's not complete there. Okay. Now's the time to start looking at this area, because our solution to our long-term power problem is up here with the nuclear power plant. I'm just going to pause the game actually. And now to explain the reason why we are 4 months on from the end of the last part is down to the fact, if I press here, is I had a massive leveling campaign up here. Because one of the problems when you put down a power station, especially the twin reactor, you need a lot of flat space. Because you've not just got to put this down, but you've also got to put down 2 towers there. Actually, we got... Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that was... This actual tower is from the Ukrainian DLC, and you can see it's called Zaporizhzhia Vera. And we've actually got a reactor here, but I'm not exactly sure what... This one is actually smaller, but you could build 2 of these. And you can see, and the indicator of the circuit breaker is the number of connections. If I show you this twin reactor, I know I've shown it to you once already. You can see down the side here we've got 9 connectors, plus some local connectors as well. So what we're going to do is actually put in our nuclear power capability here. And as you see, I've leveled this out. I've also marked out the 2 uranium mines. Now this one is called Uranium 71 mine. The reason for that is that this is a 71% mine, and this one is a 61% uranium mine. Now we should be able to get enough uranium ore from these 2 mines to run the power station and also give us a bit of a surplus. And for that reason, you can see I've also brought in a kind of goods rail line here, which is separate from the passenger rail line that's coming in from over there. So what we're going to do is plan our production here. I'm just going to let the game run slowly for the moment. And so what we've got to do now is put in our uranium production. Now I'm going to try and get a little bit of a shortcut. This should work. If I come down here, because of course we've already got a nuclear fuel production area here, which we know works because it's filling up this little train here. While we're here, let's check the wear and tear on that train. So what I want to do is we're going to come here, find the cloning tool, and now I just want a little bit more. I want to. I'm not worried about that. Well, I think that should be enough, and we're going to go up to. I'd like it to go green. Actually, yeah, I'm a bit too far up. I'd like it to be the setup to be a way that we could possibly get the angle for the. I'd like which uranium mine is. I think what I might be able to want to do is we're just going to kind of put this at a little bit of an angle like this. So we've now got this area here. We've also got some junk in here, so let me just press Control, clear out some of the bits and pieces. Okay, no footpaths or anything like that. Get rid of you. Now the next thing we need is, okay, the road direction is wrong. Let me just put in the factory connections. Okay, so you've got a factory connection there, and we will need a second nuclear fuel thingy here. We've also got that over there, but we've also got that there. For but the road connections are wrong. I think what we'll do is we're just going to delete you. And then we'll just come here, uranium processing plant. We flip that way. Oh, that's better. The road's going the right way. Although we might need to move that storage. So we'll focus very much on the... Actually, if I push you forward a little bit like that. And then if we remove you... This is the uranium conversion plant. And of course, because that's not complete. Right, we'll get the uranium conversion plant. This is going to need to go that way. I think that will work. I'd like a little bit of space just in case I need to put a footpath in. And then I know it seems a bit illogical to be cloning it and then knocking it down and putting it back up again, but I really wanted the clone to see the size of the pattern. And then what we're going to need is the nuclear fuel fabrication. Yeah, I think if we put you maybe again, if I put you there, what's the factory connections? Okay, that's good. The one thing I'm not going to do is make the mistake I made over the other side, in the sense that I didn't connect both of these up because we're going to need to make two of these. So if I go back to here, if I flip you that way, pull you apart a little bit like that, and then what we'll do is we I think we need a small one of these in the center like that, because we don't want to store massive amounts of nuclear fuel here. We want that fuel to be running somewhere else. So we've got this kind of centralized kind of connection here. All right, I'm not going to worry about you. You're not really part of the complex. We could shove you anywhere else. You don't need workers in there. Gonna run a road through there, and then okay, I'm going to put a road out that way for simply. Oops, thank you, game. And we got this connection here. Right. Now we've got our passenger trains coming in from there. That should connect up as well. We will connect you up just to make sure. Like that. I seriously doubt we're going to get a connection up to that mine over there. Well, we could give it a go. If I run you there, that means you won't cross that railway line there. But will you? No. If I put an asphalt footpath there, will that give you? Yep. So I don't mind busing workers out to this mine. In fact, what we'll probably do is, let me just remove that road there. Put you in there. That should, let's make sure say for this to work, we will need that. We might be able to get some creative footpaths in here using. Actually, let me just. It's going to push you out there. The roads are not going to be any use, but if I put that there, see if we can get. Yeah. What's that there? I don't want that. Yeah, there's a possibility with a little bit of use of creative footpaths. Say, for example, looking in there, we might be able to get out to here with without using buses. And of course, what we're going to need to do is connect you up like that, because this is going to be our service road. The one thing I do want to do is get, not worried about that road, I am worried about these roads. We do need these roads built because we need this work out here. Ah, we got this road is going to cross over. Okay, that's not good. I don't really want that. Remove this footpath here. Actually, I don't really want the road crossing over unless it's absolutely necessary. Something like that. Because that will mean that what we'll be able to do is bring the passenger train in. Pollution warning. Isn't that a surprise? I can bring you in like this. Get you there. That will mean that we can bring the passenger trains into here. In fact, let me just check my rail thingy bobs. Just want to see where my trains are because I think I need to shift the priority a little bit. Wow. These where are you? You're working on these lines here. I need you to work on this one, and we are going to need to electrify these in here. Let's just see here. Oh well, we're back to our helicopter here. Now what you'll see here is it says allow to repair, but this has not been picked up because it's been effectively broken. So effectively this helicopter is dead. So what we're going to do is send him to our scrapyard. Come back to the scrapyard in a minute. And we'll have to buy a new helicopter. M16. I don't think we've got any cargo. Okay, it's going to cost us 4 million, but who cares? And hopefully we will be a little bit more vigilant. These still being repaired. Yep, one's right. We've got missing mechanical components now. We might have a delivery coming in just now. All related vehicles. Yep, we've got somebody just bringing mechanical components. This becomes one of the major challenges of the game when you are you start getting up like that. We're pushing 60,000 population. Is keeping all the logistics together. In fact, this game is very much a game of logistics. Just want to check here and see what we got here. We still got 66 vehicles that need scrapping. I think the part of the problem is these tanker stuff in here. We haven't even got down to some of the other stuff. I think what I might do is we'll pick up one of these bolts and send you here as well. We got 4 slots. I think once I've cleared some of these wagons here, we get onto these steam haulers. It should go quite quickly. Anyway, back to our new area up here. And of course, the next thing we're going to need to do is put in the actual power station. Now, what I want to do is, so we're going to find our twin nuclear. Wow, this is probably one of the biggest buildings in the game. Of course, we're going to need. How far away? Actually, we'll just extend this road out a bit. Actually, I think what I might do is bring the road over a little bit like that and come out that way. Let's just see. Yeah, well, we can push this out a little bit like that. Not worried about the power supply, because of course bringing up a nuclear power station is a little bit chicken and egg. I think that will work. So we've got that there. Just double check the pedestrian connection. Just going to slow the game down actually. So we've now got the power station in. Now, so if we take a look at the actual high voltage connectors, you see we've got 9. And now the reason we got 9 connectors along here is the fact, if I come back to the twin power station and I show you here, you can see we've actually got a circuit breaker of 156. Well, if you do a quick bit of maths, in fact, if you just multiply 18 by 10, you get 180. And so you can see, to get the maximum benefit from this nuclear power station, you've got to run 9 connections across the map. Although strictly speaking, it's 8 plus 1, because you're going to probably need to run the power back into this area. In fact, I think I'll do that as a kind of we've got to bring power up from here, because we've got to power our actual. We've got switches here, I think. Let me just see. Yeah, we've got switches here which need to be built. We've got a little bit of road here that needs to be built, and then we've got a cross switch there. And probably most of the power go that way, but I think what we'll do is take one power off of here. Train waiting too long. Thank you, game. Oh, isn't that a surprise? It's over here. I think we got a bit of a problem here with the tunnel. Actually, I think I'm going to blow the fuses here. What I'm going to do is put shift. Actually, could I expand that further? How far out? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That will possibly mess up this guy. He's down to 2. I'm going to turn off the... Oops. I'm going to build those. And then what I'm going to need to do is try and fill in some of this stuff as well for the moment, because we're going to need this depot here. What we're going to need is the other rail construction one to get out to here for the tunnels. Anyway, back to here. Now we're going to get a little bit theoretical, because one thing I want to do here is, well, if I show you the capacity of the nuclear power station, you can see that this power station burns 0.04 tons of nuclear fuel per day. It also needs water, and it's got an import storage of 3 tons of nuclear fuel. So we don't need an exterior one, but you can also see we've got to an export area of 3 tons of nuclear waste. So the next thing I want to do is address the nuclear waste issue. which is we've got to go here. And again, we're going to need a small vehicle thingy here. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want a road connection. I'm going to put in a something like that. Now, the idea is going to be is we're going to pick fuel up from here to there. Now, the next thing we've got to do is bring in, because the other thing also is all this needs chemicals, just to show you that. So the uranium mine, the uranium processing plant just needs power. The conversion plant needs chemicals, and so does the nuclear fuel fabrication. You also see that that actually produces hazardous waste. The actual power station just produces nuclear waste. It doesn't produce hazardous waste, but it will also produce mixed waste from the workforce. And we also need water up here. So the next thing I want to do is we're going to try and connect up. Now we've got this road in, we're going to put in an input storage. We won't need much, because if it all goes according to plan, it's all right. We put you, I put you there, because we're going to need a, actually we can probably push you out a little bit like that, because we're going to need, I don't think I'm going to get across this road without assistance from a conveyor. So I mean, I'm not averse to, yeah, we'll just drop a conveyor in there. It's going to be worth it, because like I previously mentioned, actually I'm going to go that way on that one. I don't think that actually connected. Let me just see. No. It kind of snagged on the road. This is where the game can deceive you. I want to... Okay, maybe... I think it's just done it again. Let me just see... No. Right. Let's remove the road there. Remove you. Just love these conveyors sometimes. Sometimes it pays to put the conveyor in first, then put the road in. Like that. But also, as I was talking about, we need to be able to get creative with the footpath. We can get the footpath through there. Right. And of course, eventually we'll have to put a road link in there, but we won't do that because I want to be able to build that fairly effectively. We're going to need to put conveyor in there. Actually put another road connector in. I don't think it's going to go any further than that. Just make sure these are the right way around. Nope. That one's okay. This one needs to go the other way around. Actually, I think what we'll do is we might actually be able to get this a little bit better. We're going to use you like that. To push you that way. And then we should be able to get a footpath out of there. Yeah, that's the better option. We've got a road connector there, and then we can make that connection there. That will bring in the necessary from there into here, and that will get that connection to going. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is put in our waste disposal. Got to get rid of the waste disposal. Let me just see. Actually, I think I might have accidentally created a pool here. Yeah, I think we could probably create a pool here. Because it's going to be nuclear waste, so yeah, I think we'll just create a kind of a, what they call them, a waste, low hazard waste pools, where they store the nuclear waste, often from hospitals, the X-ray machines, things like that. The only possible problem is we may have a bit of a problem with the terrain. Let me just see here. Oops, don't want to go underground. Yeah, I think we can create a little pool here for our sewage discharge. Oh, great. Oh, we can get you just there. Right, that's good. Oops. So we got that there. Waste processing plant. I think we can put a waste. I think what I'm going to need to do is put the railway in now, because we need to bring in our kind of cargo line in here. I'll bring you around the back there because I don't want you really crossing too much traffic. So if we say that sets the guideline, we can send a footpath over here. And I'm just going to bring you in like that. Just, this is more of a guideline than anything else. Of course, as usual, just remove these. Just make sure that everything is connected up the way it should be. I think what we'll do is we use the modded treatment plant. We'll put you there. I mean, we're not going to produce that much in the way of waste, but I think if we can slip you in there, go underground. We're going to need a large pipe to run up to there. Now, we are going to need a direct link from there. So, okay, we're just going to come here. You're going to need that there. As far as I know, we don't need any other, but we will put in a water supply. I think we might as well, seeing we're putting water in, we might as well cover the what we call it. I've never ever been to 100%. So you're covering those. You can cover, can kind of slip you in about there. Oh, aha, okay. Change of plan. You're covering that mine there. And that. I can get you to cover these. Yeah, I think actually we can just do that, can't we? This one is covered by this one. Yeah, so you're just duplicating, so we don't need that connection there. And that will cover the mine. I've never been 100% too sure whether when you provide water directly, put you there, gotta run you down. Make sure. Not 100% happy with that. I don't know. It just looked a bit odd from that angle, but part of me, because we may want to actually, just want to break that connection there a bit and put in one of these. It's probably going to complain now. Oops, nope. Yeah, requires proper slope. How did I know that? The reason I'm putting this in is that, and in the future, there might be a need. I'm kind of thinking, I think we'll just go with that at the moment. And then, of course, what we're going to need to do is put in some fresh water supply. Where can we put the fresh water supply? Kind of, we've got this little corner here, where we can put some. We're going to need fresh water. We're going to need. Now, what is the consumption for the actual power station? Let me just check. The power station is twin nuclear is 13 cubic meters of water. So technically, as this is a residential type area, we could get away with a small water well. Maybe we've got road connections there. I think if we'll start with a small water well. If it doesn't work that well, small water treatment plant, 120. I think we'll be good for that. We can put a small water treatment plant in. Here comes the snow. We'll stop it while we do this bit here. We will need a big pump. It's without saying. So we're going to have to put that in, go underground. This is going to give us a 127 cubic meters of water. That should be more than enough for. And then we need another pump. A big pump in there. And beyond the pump, we'll put a switch. Oops. Put a water switch as well, because we're going to get overpressure off the pump. So we can do that. You can come in there. Actually, no, don't want that. I want the get you there, and of course, first thing we're going to need to do is run you to there, because the power station will need a direct water link, and then put one there. And try and keep them together. Put them there. Go underground. Work. Run. Actually, you run there. You run there off of there. That should cover, let me just double check. That will cover that. That will cover that. That will cover that. And technically, what's the water quality actually? Required water quality. That could be a big factor, because this might start complaining about not having fresh water. So, what's the Required water quality 60%. Yeah, I'm not falling for that one. Okay, what I'm going to do is we'll come here. We'll break the pipeline here. I'm going to put a second water switch in there. And then we'll hook you to there, to there. Actually, that's the wrong place. Because that's right in front of where I'm going to put a road. That's no good. Demolish. Go above ground, so I can actually go below ground first. Actually, we just... Yeah, I think we can hook you to there, to there. That makes you whole. We've got a little bit of a... That's under a building. Actually, we got a little bit of a gap here. So if I remove that, put the water switch in here. Trim you back a bit. Put you into there, except that. Just make sure. Yeah, you can come off that way. And then really all we got to do then is put in a water substation about there. I should probably put it there actually. Whoops. And then run a water pipe back to there. What that will do is give us the water supply to this area here. Well, of course, we're going to produce quite a lot of waste, but we won't worry too much about waste. So we got water supply, we got sewage, and I'm actually running out of time on this video. So what we're going to do is just have a little bit of a spin round and see what's going on because the snow's arriving. So we're going to have a bit of a problem here. Helicopter's being repaired. This one's being repaired back to 70. Do these guys have any jobs? I would like them to really start putting some pressure. Probably let's suspend that job for the moment. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Aren't you? I really need this road built out ASAP because this is the priority road. We need the connection because at the moment this little area here is isolated. Plus, the most important thing I need to work out is whether I'm going to get coverage from here. But I don't think it's going to tell me. The game can be a little bit reticent when you're actually building the roads. So we're going to need to find out whether we're going to need to have some repair capability up here. The other thing, how many... Oh, yeah, we're building up over 21s here. Wow. Okay. I wasn't aware that I had... This had got built, so we're going to... This says sewage overflow. Sewage tank overflowing, health risk. Ah, yeah, of course. Cut you down. You weren't meant to be built. Plus, I've got a university down this way. Right. Another job to think about. Yeah, you're just outside of range. And... Okay. I think I can get... another sewage line in. Let me just check. Yeah. I don't think you're exactly overloaded at the moment. A little bit overloaded, but I mean, ideally I need it to go that way, but I think if I put a sewage, if I put a, I don't want too much overlap because these are apartment blocks and that's covered. I'd like to have the option of having that university covered just in case I need it. We could probably put you in about there, like that. Hook you into there. So many things to think about. So we can get you into here for a connection. Yep, good. Okay, that means we've got this needs to be built. It doesn't need to be high priority. So we got a kind of a massive overlap there. But this is going to be a very dense area anyway, so we got that built, and then we can then start using this area here. The other thing I will need to check, this is going to be a massive building, so do you have any waste connections? No. Do you have any waste collection connections? Yeah, you've got a waste connection to here. This building is almost going to need its own garbage collection. We'll let some people into there. 276. But oh, why aren't you in range? Okay. Right, what we're going to do here is we've got put path connection there to there, and then if I put in a waste collection, oops, thank you game, put you, oops, I'll just double check that. Yep. We're in winter, so want that built. Just get that, bump the priority on that, and that should mean that get people flowing into here. Just let everyone move into there slowly. Just to finish this video off, because I've just remembered something quite important which I need to actually put into here. That is that we actually need cooling towers. Now, if you look very carefully, apologies that we are looking at the white here. If you look up the top here, you will see next to the triple power station is a number of connectors. These are for the cooling towers, and there's one out and one back in again. What we need is, I don't know if I flip that the other way. Yeah, I think if I put you there, say apologies that you can't, it's very difficult to see the connector. We got this connector here. You just come out over there and round into there. Actually, where's the road connection? Okay, let me just cancel that. Put the road connection in first. Do that, and then we'll just redo that one needs to come to there, and then this one should come into there like that. So that gives us this cooling tower, and then on this side, let's do exactly the same. We've got a water connection here. The game has hidden the water connection. I'll fix that off camera, guys, because this one is we need that there, but we need the input one. And if I flip that the other way, that's the input one. I think where we can put this way round. I want to leave enough space for all the power cables and other gubbins that needs to be, and you need to come to there. Then of course what we'll need is the, yeah, I didn't notice the water connection there. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.